There it is. So we're now go for all systems. Let's listen in to the final count.
T-minus 30 seconds. Seconds. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engine full power. And liftoff of Starlink 429. Go Falcon 9.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
M1D chamber pressure is nominal.
Power and telemetry nominal.
Falcon supersonic.
And there we just heard Falcon 9 is now traveling faster than the speed of sound.
Max Q.
And there we heard that Falcon 9 passed through max Q, which is the period of maximum dynamic pressure that the vehicle will feel during flight. So we're going to throttle those Merlin engines back up in preparation for main engine cutoff. We're about 1 minute away from main engine cutoff, or MECO, if you're following along with the timeline there at the bottom of your screen. Following MECO, we'll have stage separation and second engine start, and we just heard that MVAC chill has begun. That's when we flow a little bit of the super chilled liquid oxygen into the turbo pump of the second stage engine, the MVAC, in order to prepare the hardware for the full flow of liquid oxygen. About 10 seconds away from main engine cutoff.
MECO.
Stage separation confirmed.
MVAC ignition.
All right, quick succession there. Next up will be fairing deploy, and there we saw it live.
Fairing separation confirmed.
Separation confirmed. We can now see the Starlink satellites as well as the grid fins on the left-hand side of your screen now being deployed on the first stage. Today we will attempt to recover those fairing halves again to use on a future mission. Beautiful view on the right-hand side of your screen as that MVAC nozzle begins to develop a beautiful red-orange glow. I love that view of planet Earth in the background. We can see first stage on the left-hand side of your screen is still slightly gaining in altitude. It has not yet reached its apogee. next major event in about less than 2 minutes will be stage 1 entry burn. We will ignite 3 of the Merlin 1D engines at the base of the first stage in order to help slow the vehicle down as it re-enters the Earth's atmosphere. As I mentioned before, today's mission marks SpaceX's 45th launch this year. Sound like we had a call out that both vehicles are following nominal trajectories, so everything looking good there. Booster you saw on the left-hand side of your screen, previously supported NROL 87 and 85, Sarah 1, and a Starlink mission, making today its 5th flight. As a reminder, Starlink is a satellite internet constellation designed and manufactured by SpaceX to provide high-speed, low-latency internet to people living in remote and rural locations all around the globe. Service is currently available in 49 markets around the world. So we are about 15 seconds away from stage 1 entry burn. That will be followed by the landing burn of the first stage.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
There on your screen, we can see that entry burn has begun with the first stage on the left-hand side of your screen.
Stage 1 entry burn shut down.
All right, and that first of 2 maneuvers that the first stage is due to complete is now done, and we can see the grid fins actuating to help steer the booster to a precise landing on our drone ship. As the clouds...
Stage 1 FTS has safe.
As the clouds get closer into view, you can get a better sense of just how fast the vehicle is traveling. Based on the telemetry there on screen, we can see that it is coming down to about 4,000 kilometers per hour. Really demonstrating the ability of the atmosphere to help slow the vehicle down, in addition to the re-entry burn.
Stage 1 transonic.
All right, we're about 30 seconds away from the first stage landing burn. Right about the same time as we expect to see the first stage land, we should also hear call-outs for second engine cutoff, as well as hopefully good orbit.
Stage 2 terminal guidance.
Stage 1 landing burn.
So there we can see the landing burn has begun, rushing through the clouds, and there's the drone ship
Stage 2
now in view.
FTS has safed.
Landing leg deploy.
And there you can see on your
Stage 1 landing
screen,
confirmed.
and heard there with the call out, Falcon 9 has successfully landing, marking the 145th landing of an orbital class rocket, our 45th launch of 2022,
Max shutdown.
and our second launch today.